so much for watching my channel. So in this week's video, we're talking about letting go. And it's something that like I've faced in my life like a lot. So I know like it's a theme that always seems to come about in my life. So that's why it's something that's very, I guess, important to me. These are just some tips that I have for some things that you can think of when you're struggling to let something go. You know, it could be a job, that maybe you got let go from a job, maybe someone that you were in a relationship with ended the relationship. Maybe it's like the loss of someone, but just whatever it is, if it's something that you've had to let go of, like if it could be something, maybe even like a house that you've lost, whatever, something that you've had that you've lost and it was important to you. And sometimes it can be so hard to just get over it and just move on. So these are just some tips like to help you when you're struggling or dealing with this issue. So just remember, and this is like the first thing, just remember that saying goodbye to one thing is opening the door for something else to come along. And many times, whatever that new thing is will probably be even better than whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to or the thing that you don't want to let go of. So I know in my case personally, one of the things, like when I was going through foreclosure, I tried so hard to keep that house. Um, you know, but I was trying so hard not to let go. But when I finally just had to just give in and just let go, like when it got to the point where I had no other choice, um, I fought with it, but in the end it ended up being turning out to be a better situation for me. So like now, years later, I can look back and say that I learned a lesson from it. I mean, now I have a house that I enjoy a lot more than that house. I've worked hard and rebuild, and I've seen like my growth and everything. So, and like I said, the house that I have now, like it's better. I like it. I enjoy it more than the house that I had before. It's newer than the house I had before. And it's like, had I held on to or been able to keep that other house, I wouldn't have experienced this house. So that's one thing to remember, that many times when you're trying to hold on to something that the time limit has passed or that it's time to let go of, you are blocking yourself from that bigger, better blessing. Okay. Um, Something else that you should remember. So the second thing, just remember or trust that you will be okay. Um, Ask yourself, what did you learn from whatever that situation was? So when I looked back at the situation with the house, I learned that when I try to hold on to something that that I'm blocking myself from something better. So, like I said before, if I had held on to that house, I wouldn't know or wouldn't have gotten to experience the joy of the current house that I have, or or anything. So, just ask yourself, what did you learn? If it was a job that you'd been at, you worked forever and ever or whatever, and they just let you go, what did you learn from that experience? Maybe if it was a relationship and the guy just left or whatever, what did you learn from that experience? There's always a lesson in everything that happens to us, and you're just going to have to reflect and think about it and see what you were supposed to learn from whatever that lesson was. But trust that you will be okay. So whether it was a job that let you go, whether it was a relationship that ended, if it was a house, whatever it was, there was something for you to learn from that. So learn that lesson and move forward. You will be fine. And then lastly, just trust that what's yours, what's meant for you will be for you. There's no one that can block it. You can go out of your way to try to, I guess, self-sabotage or whatever. And whatever is meant for you will be back around for you. Again, no one can block that. So if you're supposed to have a better job than whatever it was, than the job that you had, if you're supposed to have a better relationship than the one that you had, it will come. And when it will come, and it will come when it's time. That's the other thing. So you can't rush things. When it's time to let things go, you have to be willing to let them go and just move forward. You can't hold yourself back trying to hold on to something that no longer serves you. So just remember those things whenever you're dealing with trying to get over losing something or someone that was important to you. Okay, so you will be all right. Trust that, trust the process, trust God's timing. Everything will be fine in the end. So if you found value in this video or the things that I said, please like, share, comment below. And until next time, take care.